I believe categorically, unequivocally, that justice was served today. Absolutely.
Guilty on all 8 counts. Ross Harris sat emotionless in court as the verdict was read.
The evidence stared us in the face and stared the detectives in the face, and you couldn't ignore it.
From the very first day, the Cobb PD, when they reached out to us, said something is not right about this case. There's something wrong about this case.
A little boy lost forever. Now a father convicted of taking his life.
He destroyed my life. I'm humiliated. I may never trust anybody again.
A case 2 years in the making. Thousands of pieces of evidence and a verdict after just 20 hours of deliberation.
We've never once wavered in our absolute belief that he's not guilty.
He's got 30 days to file a notice of appeal, and it can be very blanket and pro forma, but the 30 days is the deadline.
Well, the verdict came as a shock to many. Guilty on all counts, including malice murder, which means the jurors believe Ross Harris left 22-month-old Cooper to die in a hot car on purpose.
Well, today he was also found guilty of child cruelty and sending sexual text messages to a teenage girl and asking for nude photos in return. Now, the jury was made of 12 jurors and 4 alternates, some single, some married, and of course, some parents.
Now, we've been closely following this case since the beginning. It all started June 18th, 2014, when Cooper was found dead in the back of Harris's SUV. Prosecutors argued that he left his son on purpose. The defense said it was all an accident.
Well, tonight we have live team coverage of today's verdict. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor is live in Brunswick, where the trial took place.
And Nathalie Pozo is in Cobb County tonight, where this tragic story began. Let's begin with Angelique. Angelique?
Russ and Sine, what a dramatic ending to a case that so many people across this country were watching. I was in the courtroom when Ross Harris had virtually no reaction to all 8 guilty verdicts this afternoon. It was a stunning ending to a high-profile murder trial. Jurors found Ross Harris guilty on all 8 counts. They say the Cobb County father did the unthinkable and intentionally left his 22-month-old son Cooper in his sweltering SUV to die. The state called it an evil act.
The actions speak louder than words in this case, and anybody who could do this, and the evidence showed that he did this intentionally, he has malice in his heart, absolutely.
Can you give some insight? How difficult was this? Jurors did not want to talk about their unanimous decision as they were escorted from the courthouse, but they told attorneys they noted small things that added up to prove Harris's guilt, like when he went back to his vehicle that fateful day during lunch.
Like having the bag of light bulbs in his left hand and using that to open the door and then throwing the light bulbs in was one perspective that was put out there by a juror. Some things like that. It's just, you know, and it's different things for different jurors.
It is unclear how jurors viewed Harris's ex-wife Leanna Taylor's testimony, but clearly the defense said in an emotional reaction, the jury got it wrong.
But sometimes there are breakdowns in the system. And when an innocent person is convicted, there's been some breakdowns.
So what's next? Well, Ross Harris will be spending a long time in prison. Keep in mind he was convicted on 3 counts of murder. Each count is 30 years, so it'll be up to the judge to decide how she wants to play that out. She says she will sentence him on December 5th. Meantime, his attorneys say they will appeal. Live in Brunswick, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Angelique, thanks. And as she mentioned, Harris's sentencing is scheduled for the first week of December.
Yeah, the charge of malice murder carries a sentence of life with or without the possibility of parole. Defense attorney Maddox Kilgore told reporters that Harris didn't talk about the verdict when his lawyers came to his holding cell after that verdict was read. He said that Harris only talked about how much he misses his son. Kilgore says he plans to appeal the verdict and to ask for a new trial.
Now, this case impacted many of us who didn't even know the Harris family beforehand. Some thought it was an accident, while others said they couldn't wrap their heads around the possibility of a 22-month-old boy being left unintentionally. Let's continue our live team coverage now with Fox 5's Nathalie Pozo.
And Nathalie, what are people in Cobb County saying about this verdict?
Well, Russ and A, some people I spoke to today tell me they're shocked that Ross Harris was found guilty on all 8 counts, adding that there was some evidence in his favor. But most of the people I spoke to here in Cobb County, where all of this began more than 2 years ago, tell me they're not surprised at all by the verdict, adding that the jury did the right thing and he got what he deserved.
Ross Harris did intentionally leave his 22-month-old son Cooper in a hot car to die back in 2014.
It's been 29 months since 22-month-old Cooper was found inside this SUV. Monday, his father, Ross Harris, was found guilty on all 8 counts, including murder.
It makes me happy to know that he won't be out and about with the rest of us.
It was a trial that had many talking, like some dining at Marietta Pizza Company Monday afternoon, siding with the 6 men and 6 women who found him guilty.
But from what I've heard, I'm happy with it. I think it's the right decision, and hopefully he pays for what he did.
During the trial, the state argued that Harris intentionally left little Cooper to die inside the sweltering vehicle. Harris's defense says Cooper's death was an accident.
There's not a moment that goes by when I'm not like, where is she? What's she doing? What's going on with her? And so for someone to say that that was an accident, I couldn't believe it.
I cannot imagine having a grandchild in the car and me not knowing it. I just cannot.
Harris faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. For some, it's an appropriate sentence, while others say it possibly should have been a death penalty case.
They feel like it'd be a greater punishment for him to live with this for the rest of his life than to take his life. So, I mean, there's something to say about that, because I don't know how you could live with yourself.
And again, Ross Harris is scheduled for sentencing here in Cobb County on December 5th. Reporting live tonight in Cobb County, Nathalie Pozo, Fox 5 News.
All right, thanks so much, Nathalie. Well, the Georgia State